What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Monday, episode 420. Sure. Hold the fry, as always, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Javon, presented by Pickett Sports. If you guys aren't tracking your bets on Pickett, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Go get over on Pickett Sports and start tracking your bets in the new year, okay? Javon, how about a 3-time sweep piece in 1 week for the kids? How about it? Chat, can we get some W's going? Those don't grow on trees.
They don't. Certainly don't. We love that. Try to stay dialed in this week. And immediate GG Mikic. That might be record time. Record time for the Krabs, Mike, going out this quickly. But yeah, goats are indeed muted. But we can go hop straight into recap while Krabs gets the mic situation figured out. Goots, you want to go ahead and pull that up? The Pelicans up there for best wager of year off the back-to-back, but not technically back-to-back against the Pacers. Got mucked the first game, which we bet the Pacers. You come right back with the Pelicans, and they absolutely destroyed the Pacers in New Orleans. So that was up there for one of the most fantastic wagers of year. Brandon Ingram, absolute legacies, and we move. That was air. You can pull up the sharp reports from Friday. Back.
Sure.
There we go.
I see 5 green check marks on the right sector, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. I see 5.
It's no mistake. No mistake.
Let's go. Come on, Javon. Sure we can.
W Pelicans, Caps, legacy comeback in that game. Clippers, mucked.
Come on.
Even went to a college baseball Boso pack and still came out with coin. And then Curry was literally air. Should have had like 10 in reality, but didn't play too much at the end there. So yeah, W sweet piece.
2 words, chat. Javon is locked. Okay, it's pretty clear. Okay, kid's absolutely dialed right now. You don't have a 3-time 5-0 sweep piece in a week and not be locked. Okay, that money line parlay, extreme sweat, sure. That's what we want, chat.
We're easily the sweatiest part of them all.
That TCU game was nuts.
That was crazy. TCU, I mean, sneakily best team in college baseball, man. They're literally like the good Guardians. They come back every game. They always have legacy comeback innings, and they're 12-0 now because they did the same thing over the weekend for all 3 of the games. They're nasty.
They're 12-0.
Yeah, they're undefeated.
That's
best
insane.
start. Best start in program history.
Last undefeated team left, right? Nobody else is 12.
No. There's a couple out there. I think there's 5 or 6.
Okay. All right. New BTL pod dropping this week. Yes, sir, Steele. Rumor has it we might be filming one of those later today. All right, so there should be one this week out. Talking MLBs, talking March Madness. We're going to have probably a 2-piece this week, but definitely getting the ball rolling on, talking about these conference tournaments in college basketball. I know a couple of these start up today, right? We're going to talk about those as well. Our beloved Queens, their conference tournament starts today. So we obviously have to talk about it, right, Javon? Yeah. We will. Okay. And we'll get out a pod this week going over some of these mid-major conference tournaments starting up this week. Some of them start today. All right. So we'll get the ball rolling on that this afternoon. Okay, chat. Stay posted. Might have to do a 2-piece pod this week with some MLB as well. All right. So keep your ears peeled, keep your eyes peeled. All right, chats. We've got hella pods releasing at a moment's notice. Goots running the point on those as well. Absolutely killing it. Okay. Better than my sharp report. So that we take a 3 and 2 and go about our day. ODU, coach fired, system play, coach retiring because he had a heart attack, system play, did not cash. It is what it is. But Sister Jean did, and Fresno did, and North Florida did. So we can't be mad. I can be a little bit upset about the Messi and Matthews less than 1.5 goals, not smacking Javon. Might have to put these prize picks fades in timeout.
Yeah, there's hot right now. You don't need to run
on fuego. On fuego. When I'm talking my no shit. Can't make it up, bro.
Yeah. Can't
make it up. How are you in here saying fuck Sister Jean, man? She's been a cash cow for the last 3 months. Yeah. First win against a ranked opponent at home in like 50 years or some shit for Loyola Chicago. Crazy game. The A10 respects coins. Yes, we'll have to be talking about the A10 this week as well on one of these pods. You know I got to give some coverage there, Devin. So Sister Jean respects coins. Okay, chat? I've been pretty impressed with that Loyola Chicago team. Typically hate them, hate betting on them. But they've been a respectable squad. They've got some bodies. And they actually have a 5-star coming in next year. I don't know how they landed them, but they did. Okay, Sister Jean might be working her magical voodoo powers, getting these 5 stars to commit. So don't let Loyola Chicago get hot. it might be too late.
Just
Javon, 5-0. Would love to get one of those again this week, maybe 2, maybe 3, but that's absolutely absurd that you did that literally more than half the days this week. Chat, can we get some W's going? The kid's hot. All right, let's stay hot this week, Javon. It ain't much, but it's honest work on today's slate. It's pretty moose shit. Not going to lie to you, right? Not going to sugarcoat it, but
it sucks.
Doesn't mean there's not winners to be made and there's giveaways to be done, right? We can hop into this and do some King of the Board recaps because you wiped the floor with me on that as well. Just was not my week. Had to reach there a little bit at the end with Fresno ML, and they showed some hearts. They actually lost by, I think, less than 10.
For a plus 860, that's not a terrible look.
It was one of those Fresno games, though, that they never really had a chance to win, but they just show so much heart, and they hang around and try for no reason in the last minute or two and keep it close. And that's what we needed for a cover. No win, though. Javon Curry had like 6 assists at halftime, I think, and ended up parking his ass on the bench the rest of the game, or else you would have been up an insurmountable amount of units there at plus 420. I think he ended with 6. Pretty brutal.
Yeah, with 6.
Gosh, man, because he got benched because they were winning by so much or losing by so much.
Well, he ended up coming back in because the game got a little close, but by that point, it was more of game management mode. So he wasn't dishing like he needed to be, but it was close.
Okay. Well, either way, great week. Excuse me. Luka Doncic coming through at plus 340 for a triple-double. Those don't grow on trees on his birthday. Insane bet, insane play, along with Notre Dame just being on the card and being green. So good work with the King of the Board this week. Okay, you got a W, so we get to pick somebody who put a little milk emoji under the tweet last week and give away some coins. So Goots, get up here. W's. Good work, my man.
Yes,
Can we
sir.
get a little Goots? Can we get a little Goots scroll?
We can get a little good scroll. We
down the
absolutely
mentions here.
Yeah.
And give away some coins for someone who dropped a little milk emoji. Who wants a Prize Picks promo? Oaktown's finest subs.
Finest wants it.
Sure. W's. Goots, can we DM them real quick and ask for their email associated with their Prize Picks? Good work.
Absolutely can.
Good work there.
Yes,
Crabs,
sir.
the fact you keep losing to Matthews Messi Square with one of them scoring 2 in the other 0, absolute comedy. I mean, Arthur, let's not act like it's happened 100 times. It's happened twice. Okay, and it's going to happen a 3rd time, and I'm going to fade it, and I'm going to win. All right. But yes, I have lost 2 of those with those 2 gentlemen, where one of them went for 2 goals and the other one went for 0. Sure, if that's what gets you laughing, if that's what gets your day, started, if that's what gets you out of bed in the morning, sure, have a laugh. Okay, I'm over here, plotting my next move, trying to get these coins back. All right, chat.
Waiting for the next special square to drop.
I've been leaking coins on Prize Picks.
Now we get them back.
Got to plug that fucking gap and have to strike back with a vengeance this week. Okay, Javon, the people
I
are
got
going
some
to put
squares. I got some squares I think you'd be interested in today.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we'll spend some more time on Prize Picks since the slate is absolute rat meat.
Yeah, it sucks.
Okay. Dubs, we got some subbies coming in. We got Daiquiri, DQ, RTI, something like that, resubbing for 5 months 1 minute ago. Love that. We got Who Dat Boy Mike coming in, resubbing as well. Love to see it. W vibes, W energy on this Monday. Okay, chat. We can talk some MLB as well if you guys really want to, but it's still spring training. It's still, pretty much just cake out there on the Prize Picks board for MLB. So don't need to go into that too much. We can promote this week's King of the Board. Goots, can we get that tweet up here as well? Or is it already up there? Oh, there she blows. Chats, drop a little crab, drop a little milk emotes. All right, under this tweet on Book It BTL, if you want to win some Prize Picks promo in your account next week. If you think I'm going to win and bounce back and make some noise this week, put a little crab under there. Okay, maybe a little gif of the crab rave, going nuts. That would count. Okay. If you think Javon stays hot and wins King of the Board again this week, drop a little milk emoji under this tweet and you can win some Prize Picks promo. Hurry up. Go do it now before you forget. Okay, you've got all week to do it, but might as well just do it right now. Rip the Band-Aid off. Okay, do not forget. All right. Looks like we're seeing a lot of milks. Megalito, do not forget to put that on the tweet, not in the comments for Twitch. Okay. But I like where your guys' heads are at. A lot of milks. Okay. They're counting me out. Javon, that's when I do my best work. We know that. Speaking of winners, your 3-0, 5-0, or your 3-time 5-0 last week was not your only W. Javon, you're getting Mike Evans back. That is huge for your Bucks. Love to see that.
So
how are we feeling about Mike Evans making his return?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. Needed that. I'm interested, though, because, I'm not going to call it an overpay because he has earned that. That's like a legacy pay situation, which he fully deserves. But I'm interested to see if that is sacrificing anybody else massive by giving him 26 a year in that situation. But yeah, they need him back. That's the backbone of the team. I don't know that they're losing Baker, more than likely, but we'll see. I think it's probably some other pieces around him that get sacrificed, but I'm interested to see who those end up being. But I really don't care because Mike Evans needs to be on that team.
He's a buck, right? There's something about him. He's gritty. He makes big plays in big moments. I don't know. He just feels like a buck. This just feels right to me. Sure, it's a couple bucks, over what maybe he's worth. I don't know. I don't care. I'm with you on the same page. Football's better when Mike Evans is catching touchdowns on the Bucs. Agreed.
Yeah, he needs to retire a buck. So whatever it takes to make that happen, you give it to him. I don't really care.
And whatever he's got to do to keep getting 1,000 yards in a season, and that probably, that's got to include, staying on the same team and not changing any sort of mojo there. Because if he can keep getting 1,000 yards per season, just for 1 or 2 more years, you got to hang him up. You got to retire and be the only player ever to go, 15 years, 12 years, getting 1,000 yards plus in every season. That is ridiculous, dude.
Crazy.
It's absurd. That's like Terry McLaurin and what he's doing times 3.
Yeah. It's not like, both Terry can be included in this too. But it's not like Mike Evans has had Tom Brady throwing to him every season. He's had Josh McCown. Yeah, he had him for a couple, but he's also had Josh McCown, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Mike Glennon, all included in those. Like it's so impressive, and obviously on a pretty shit team a majority of years too.
Mike Evans, unfadable. He's unbelievable. Very curious to see what they put his Prize Picks season-long square up at. Probably less than 1,000 this year. Probably going to try to bait me.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking it. That was hand up. Probably worst wager I've ever placed. So I will certainly not be fading ever.
No, we can't fade him anymore. Nope. And yeah, Terry gives me Mike Evans vibes, right? Terry McLaurin doing the same shit with our quarterbacks we've had. It gives me Mike Evans vibes. So different type of receiver a little bit, but same type of vibe where he's just born to play football. You could tell he's out there on the field. He's quicker. He's better than you run at any combo or, combine or any shit like that. He's just different once he gets on the field. He's a football player. Okay. Yeah, Mike Evans belongs in a Bucs uni. Happy for you, Javon. You got your guy.
It's huge.
We got Sad Casino Bill resubbing. Love to see that. 2 months. Dubs. Okay. Awesome. Let's move. Let's groove. We already gassed you up, Javon, for sweeping 3 times last week out of 5 days. That's nuts. We've got Took It with Brent, Trent's favorite guy, coming in resubbing. Bang. 2 years rocking with the homie. Rare W for Took It with Brent. Love to see that. Okay. Awesome. We did the King of the Boards. No steam craps today. Okay. Probably could have done one for almost every single one of my bets this weekend.
Muted potentials, Trent.
10s.
There we go.
Trent with a fresh cut. Feeling dangerous.
I was saying different Took It for Rent guy.
Really?
This guy's going to
Took It for Brent.
Brent, not Rent.
Took It for Brent. You're my goat, bro. You're in here all the time. We were thinking about a scammer who comes in. I was honestly shocked that he would be resubbing. So W Took It with Brent. You've been in here for literally 2 years, my guess. All right. He said 2 years rocking with the homies. Yes, sir. Love it. All right, guys. We're not going to do a steam crabs today. What we are going to do is point you over to our guy, Troy Hermo, as he continues to battle cancer. Very, very sad. Okay, keep him in your thoughts and prayers. If you're into that thing, all right, our guy, Troy, a member of the community who's been fighting his butt off and really struggling. But, go give him a follow. And that's really what he's been excited about. He finally got 10,000 followers on Twitter the other day. If you guys can go make that 11,000 for me, will you? And we've also got a GoFundMe if you want to donate to the cause as well with the group. So great guy, Troy Hermo, just one of us in the community, loves to bet. Had some shit luck. He's been fighting his ass off. If you guys aren't hip to what's going on, go give him a follow, okay? And keep him in your thoughts and prayers and donate to his GoFundMe if you have the coins. All right, guys? I sure as hell did. Prayers up, Troy. Keep fighting beast. All right?
Yeah. Peace and peace.
We'll keep moving and grooving here. Any Nerfy talk, any MLB talk for today? I'm seeing Aaron Savali up on the board. Javon's been acting like he's going to be the next Cy Young this year. Do we take his strikeouts today? I'm seeing Dean Kramer on the board. We might have to get Goots up here and fade the living crap out of Dean Kramer. Where are we at, boys? Do we have any winners today?
I would love to back Aaron Savali if it wasn't his first spring training start.
Sure.
You know damn well that leash is going to be so short. so especially with it being Kevin Cash. But I am certainly going to be tuned in on the side here, watching while we're talking about this. But
Pretty
I don't know.
soft.
Yeah, it's a little soft, but he's going to go maybe an inning and have like 1 or 2 Ks, and he's up there for 2.5. But I'm not too interested in that. But yeah, there's not many guys screaming at me on the board.
Can I interest you in a Miles Mikolas, Trevor Williams Nerfy?
God, it's disgusting. I mean, sure. You've been pretty sharp with Nats games. I guess.
LC dropped a Nerfy play. Hold on, Javon. We might not need our kick.
Oh, we might
be able to tell.
Tap in. Oh, Scooby on board. Scooby on the mound today.
Scooby Nerf.
I mean, Screwball and Andrew Abbott Nerfies. I mean, I'm just in. I see Screwball. I see Andrew Abbott. Say no more.
I also see Josh Winkowski, which I don't love, but I'm down to ride for the vibes. Okay. Goats are muted as well. God, all the goats are muted today, man.
Back 10s. Matt Waldron. People forget he's a knuckleballer. He might throw a meatball to Matt.
Oh yeah, against Jordan Wicks.
Yeah.
People do forget about him. Was he on the Orioles?
No, he's a Padre.
At one point?
I don't believe
the Orioles have a knuckleballer in the minors?
I don't think so.
Remember? I swear to God they do.
Either I don't remember or they do.
Okay. Well, Matt Waldron throws knuckles. I mean, he might get absolutely destroyed today by the Cubbies.
He could.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Probably stay away from him, but they got Dakota Hudson up there with Spencer Howard. I mean, they've got the most moonshit pitchers in the MLB up there today for Nerfs.
Yeah, they do have some motion on the board.
All right. Well, I'm down to take that LC2 piece for the vibes, just to lock something in. I think we got a little Goots echo there with the mic, but we'll be okay. I think it was Luis Medina, Andrew Abbott, less than half a run, and then Tarek Screwball, less than half a run in the first as well. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to tail it. I'm also going to throw it in with Trevor Williams, Nerfy for the vibes in a 3-piece.
Of course.
Has to be done. All right. Dubs, chat, if you guys want to sweat out some Nerfies for fun in spring training, okay, some quick 1-inning sweats in MLBs until the season starts. Lock these puppies in right now. This is Lauren's 2-piece. She crafted up today. She's due. I have a feeling she's smacking this guy's ring. Okay. I locked it in already. Dubs.
All right, just locked it.
All right, Javon, we got college basketball to talk about. We got postseason basketball to talk about. We've got sharp reports to go over. All right, let's go ahead and cut to it. Good, so let's get those winners up there on the board. Chat, 10 W's for you, hopefully 0 L's. Okay, I'll get it started off with NC State going against Duke. It is what it is. I'm not happy about it, but have to take them here in this spot. I mean, Javon, Duke has just been unbelievable, right? They've been, winning on the roads. They've been doing their jobs. You've got Kyle Filipowski, who, bless his heart, I thought he lost his leg in that court storming, and then he goes in the next game and dunks like he's in the NBA dunk contest. Seems fine to me, right? I want to just keep fading those comebacks. I really do. And I like the way NC State has looked overall this season, not in their last 2 games, but this game just means more for them, right? The seeding's already pretty much set for the Dukies. But if you're looking at what NC State needs, I mean, they've got to rip off some big-time wins here to get into postseason play, unless they want to win the ACC tournament, but no chance they do that with my Hokies in town. They're going to get it done. NC State, on the other hand, needs a big-time regular season win, a Q1 win to end their year here, and I think they might get one. I love the spread sitting at 6. I thought it would be closer to 10 with how well Duke has been playing and how bad NC State has been playing. I like the guards on this NC State team. I think they'll be able to keep up a little bit with the guards on Duke. I like DJ Horn. I am a DJ Horn guy. I hate to admit it, but he's a beast. Okay, they might not be the same electric backcourt that they had last season when this team was legitimately a top 20 squad, but they've got enough guys. And I think at the end of the season here, Duke's life has been a little bit too good for them recently. They've been winning games left and right. They've won 4 of their last 5, covered 4 of their last 5. I'm willing to bet NC State ends their little 2-game losing streak here. They've lost 3 of their last 4, and they keep this one close and maybe even pull out an upset at home when they need it most.
Yeah, I don't hate it. As much as I absolutely despise fading Duke on the road because they've started to figure out, but the market doesn't really respect them, I don't hate it now. So it feels like it's got to bottom out at some point. But
I feel like NC State's like they almost beat them at Duke earlier this year.
Yeah.
Or was that last year? That was last year.
It was last
Fuck.
year. This year they got
Yeah.
mucked, didn't
But
they?
they always hang around with these Dukies, man. I mean, they are rivals right down the streets. And I've talked about it. I mean, Duke is pretty much already set and locked in. Right now, NC State, they need a freaking win. They need a Q1 win. And if they get this puppy through the hoop, I mean, they're right back there on the bubble.
Yeah, that's fair. I do think
Give me
that team
DJ Horn.
sucks. I gotta say that though.
You think NC State stinks?
I think they stink, dude. The one thing that's I know for a fact, or I feel like for a fact, is going to happen in this game is DJ Burns is going to get 2 fouls in 5 minutes, and then it's just it's all going to unravel a little bit at a point.
No. Because
I
if
think
he
they
gets
can
2
hang
fouls
him.
quick, they're fucked.
I wouldn't say they're fucked, but they're just going to have to score with them, which would be, I guess, more supportive points.
That's tough, man. I feel like NC State and those guards can hang a little bit.
They can. I think
here.
I think that's going to be the sticking point. You know, if you're taking NC State in this game, that's what you need. You need a DJ Horn masterclass. Which I mean, lucky for you, he has been absolutely locked in the last really handful of weeks in the season. Volume's up, shot quality's up, everything's up. So he's been great. You're going to need more of that.
Gonna need more of that. Gonna need Caleb Foster to probably not play. I know he's a game time decision again with a foot injury. That could be the
That'll
difference here. Okay. I mean, look, Duke is, everyone looks at this Duke team. They see all the points that get put up. They think they're like a quick, fast team. They're really not. NC State is a much quicker team. I'm hoping they use these quick guards to their advantage, these athletic guards to their advantage against these younger, these younger guards on Duke. And maybe, on the roads, Duke gets caught lacking a little bit and NC State pulls off a crazy upset. I will have lunch money on the ML, but I'm definitely going big time on the spread. My favorite play today.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'll leave it.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I definitely am not touching Duke in the spot.
Okay. That's fair. Well, it looks like
Yeah.
you've got another one of my teams in your
I
sharp
do.
report. Good vibes, right? What
I
do you like
do.
about that over? What do you like about
Yeah,
points?
so I've been searching for an over today because yesterday the unders swept in the NBA. So I was kind of looking for one because initially they all dipped below open. This one was particularly because of injury news. And I wanted to see which one of them was kind of starting to steam back up. And it being this game, makes a lot of sense because when you look at these two teams that don't play fantastic defense, they're going to push the tempo a little bit. Now for the Jazz, you have no Lauri Markkanen today, no Walker Kessler, maybe no Keontae George. So that's the main issue with the Caps, or not the Caps. I'm looking at the logos, but the Wizards. The Wizards, we know they struggle with teams that are big. That's a lot of rim protection. Oh, we got fixed. W.
W. Goots, W. Daniel. Good work, gents.
Yeah. But yeah, the Wizards struggle with teams with a little bit of size. That is a lot of rim protection that is gone from that Jazz lineup today.
Yeah.
So in terms of kind of buying bad news with it, that is one that I considered, but I'd rather go with this over. It kind of bottomed out at 238.5, and it's starting to tick back up. I think we're even seeing 241s on the board now. I mean, that game is, stereotypical high pace, no defense game. And especially without, the main rim protection for the Jazz, I think it's going to be a layup line on both sides.
And I think that Texas line looks like it's still
Texas
wrong.
a dog too. Yeah.
Plus 6.5. But graphics guy has a case in the Mondays. He gets a break because he makes fire graphics. All right.
He's always locked.
He's always locked, but due for a little mistake there with the plus and minus. That's okay. Look, Javon, I think this total opened up at what, 245?
Yeah, then it got down
crazy.
to 238.5 because of no Markkanen, no Kessler, Keontae questionable, and now it's starting to tick back up quite a bit, which was a little surprising to me.
So I took it one step further. I mean, might as well rip the Band-Aid off here and make this a 2-for-1 special. I like the Wizards to keep this one close. The Wizards, look, we're getting to the point in the end of the season where teams have pretty much just given up. The Wizards, for some reason, these young stars, maybe it's because they want to have a job next year. That's probably what it is. Maybe it's because you got guys like Jordan Poole who are getting slurped coming over here. People are taking him in season-long entries, and he plays the worst basketball we've ever seen in our life. And they're starting to show some signs of life, right? At least offensively, not defensively, but offensively they are. Jordan Poole's playing better coming off the bench. Tyus Jones has been one of the better point guards in the NBA over the last month, statistically. Maybe not actually, but statistically he has been. Kyle Kuzma's been doing his thing all year. Denny Avdia has been heating up over the last month or so. I hate to say it, and they can't play really worse than they did at the beginning of the year, but this Wizards team is playing their best basketball of the season. Okay, they fired their coach. He was a bozo. They need to get him out of there. He's up in the executive suite, whatever. They can't actually fire him because his dad was the greatest wizard of all time, Wes Unseld. So they got to give him a promotion and get him out of the freaking, get him off the court and into the executive box. As long as he's not on the court, I feel pretty good about it. Okay. And the Wizards, their defense couldn't get worse, right? We need their defense to be bad in this game anyways. And Javon, you're lucky. They actually are not capable of playing defense for an entire 4 quarters. I've never seen them do it once. So you don't got to worry about the Wizards defense. And the Wizards also offensively have been playing some of their best ball of the year. And the Jazz, down a couple guys in the paints. I think the Wizards have a great opportunity not only to carry this over for you, but also to get a win potentially here and steal one on the roads. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I 100%, thumbs up. I 100% agree with it. It just feels like one of those games where they're able to sell out. And like when I watch the Wizards now as compared to earlier in the season, like you can see a little bit more now, like the talent's there. They look much better offensively. Like the defense isn't getting any better. Obviously, great for over, great for the game they want to play. But yeah, I mean, they just look so much better. Kuzma looks a little more comfortable. Tyus Jones is comfortable in his facilitating role. Denny's starting to play fantastic. I mean, Marvin Bagley, like defensively is not fantastic because he's a little undersized, but like offensively, he's their only big and he's doing, plenty enough, for that team, especially today when they're not going to have like a real big man. Like you're going to see Taylor Hendricks, you're going to see John Collins, you're probably going to see Omer Yurtseven off the bench. Like that's going to be a majority of the extent of it. So I think the Wizards are definitely in the running. I know like there's injuries, so it's not as weird to see a +6, but I still think it's a little strange. I mean, Utah's not the easiest place to play. So to see a +6, even with an injury involved, is crazy. I mean, maybe I don't know how many road wins the Wizards have really all season, but they might get one today.
I can check. My guess is less than 2. They're so bad.
It's not many.
No, and also shout out to Kelsey for a great career, retiring, hanging him up, even as a Commanders fan. I could tip my cap to Jason Kelsey, maybe the best center of all time. Definitely up there. Best center I've ever seen play. Unbelievable. I mean, they crafted up a new play to run behind this dude because he was so dominant. You don't see that every day, right? The brotherly shove. I mean, this guy was the main factor of it, in my opinion. Jason Kelsey, absolute wagon. Tip the cap. What a career. Wizards, how many road wins do they have? Oh, they've got
6.
They've got a 6-piece. They've actually got 6 wins on the roads. Sure.
I wonder who those are against.
Well, you could probably go through and find. Actually, I'd like to say you can go through and find the worst teams, and it's probably against them. But they've all beaten us this year, so you got to go to the next group, the next level of it. Because all the worst teams that we've chirped have all come back and beaten us, like the Pistons. When Kuzma said, "Oh no, you don't want to be that team." Well, now we are that team, Kuz. Good work, my man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now we literally are that team.
Hawks, Pistons, Spurs, Blazers.
Sure.
God, it's literally just all the worst teams in the league.
Well, yeah.
Hornets. Yeah. So I mean, they haven't had like a win against a respectable team on the road.
Well, the Jazz are playing their worst ball of the season. If you want to, discount them or discredit them for what they've been doing. I mean, they've lost 4 of 5. They've got 2 guys hurt. They're not looking sharp, right? Maybe the Wizards catch them lacking here.
Good. I wouldn't be surprised.
We got hella sub bangs coming in as well, Javon. We got Spade 789 resubbing for 25 months. Holy smokes. An absolute OG, Spades. We've got MSF Rapid coming in. Let's get right today. 12 months. Happy 1 year. W's resubbing on Prime. We got Juice Wayne coming in resubbing for 4 months as well. Appreciate you, gents. Good work. Okay. We'll find you some winners on this Moose Shit slate today. We got it started off with NC State and the over in Utah and the Wizards tonight. Can I take you to my beloved Queens, Javon?
Take me to Queens.
Take you to Queens. Guys, Queens, back's against the wall. Queens needs a win here. Javon's talked about it the last 7 times. He's fucking said it. He's found a winner, so I'm going to copy him and do it as well. This is more of a heart play or a gut play, I guess you could call it. This is more of a trust and stones play than it is any sort of basketball brain. But I will say the spread is a little bit short in the spots with how up and down Queens has been this season. But I like this Queens squad. I think this Queens squad has more talent than the majority of the teams in this conference, right? And with it being, neutral sites, I believe, in the conference tournament, the first day of it in this conference tonight, I wouldn't be shocked if the talent shines and ends up victorious against an FGCU team who, sure, they're coming off of 3 straight wins. Sure, they just beat North Florida at North Florida and Jacksonville at Jacksonville. 2 very impressive wins. The last one was actually an outright as a dog. But Queens, look, they just put up a 91 piece against Kennesaw. They're going into this tournament feeling pretty confident coming off a 91 piece against one of the better teams in that conference historically. I'm rolling with the Queens boys in this spot. I think their tempo will be unmatched. Nobody can keep up with Queens. I'd really like to see this FGCU team try. Okay, Javon, with them coming off of a bunch of big wins, I thought Queens would be getting more points here. I thought the spread would be doubled. Looking good that they're a short dog. Give me the Queens wagon. They respect our coins, and they cover tonight, chat. Queens plus 3.5. Book that shit.
I could be in on that. Could so
Dubs.
be in on that.
Dubs.
Funny you say heart play, because I guess this is probably also one of them taking the Blues today, which
Ooh.
really any games right now that involve two of the Blues, Caps, Flyers, or even the Kraken. Like if there's two of them playing each other in the same game, for a majority of the time, I want the plus chicken in those games. Those games have been absolute coin flips. And honestly, that's been the most profitable thing that I've been doing over the past couple of weeks. And a couple of those situations have involved the Caps for the most part, because they're just playing such weird hockey right now. And the Blues are going up against the Flyers, who are also playing really weird right now because they really flip-flop performances, whether they look good or not. A lot of that's had to do with, goaltending being good or not a night. They've had some injuries that are kind of mixing up the lineup. So like matchup-wise, when they go against a team that can play their style of hockey, it gets strange. So like the Blues, this is another one of like not only these coin flip games, but also fading this little, I don't know, minus 120 to minus 140-ish steam that we've been seeing over the past couple weeks too. Even for a road team, I do think that price is a little short where it opened at for the Blues, who are still notoriously coin stealers on the road. They've been playing, I don't know, not great recently. They lost 3 of 4, just got a big win against the Wild, another one of those weird games that you think is a coin flip between those two teams. So now I'm going with them on the road, which realistically, I think it's probably one of the two at the very least from the Blues and the Kraken. Could kind of group those two in. Couldn't really choose between the two, so I'm taking both at plus chicken. So Blues are the first one.
Love seeing the Seattle Kraken on your card, man. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, no chance I win 2 in a row, so it's probably the Blues.
Yeah, I can't talk shit about it right now because they're coming off a win, right? Rare
Yeah.
Seattle Kraken W when we take them. Love to see it.
Yeah.
But I hate to see them up on the board again. I
It
cannot
happens.
lie. I really do hate to see that.
Yeah.
Man. All right. We got Jake Engelbart coming in resubbing 1 month ago, 13-month resub. Love to see that. Baker's dozen. Okay, let's make it 20. Why not us? All right. Javon, people are asking, is this neutral site? What's going on with this conference tournament? It is not neutral sites, or it is neutral sites. It is not at their home courts. This Queens and FGCU game is being played at Stetson, Javon. So if anybody in chat was wondering, and I believe the Jacksonville and Kennesaw State team is being played there. Oh, no, that one's in Kentucky. Okay. So that game's in Kentucky, the Kennesaw one. And looks like Queens and FGCU are playing at the Stetson court. All right. Dubs. Kennesaw
So it's
plays
just like
in Richmond, Kentucky, so they're playing at their home court.
So it's just like a round robin neutral site.
Yeah, I think they picked the home courts of the top teams in the conference, and they put people there. It's like the weirdest
Put us in
tournament of all time.
pods.
Yes. And then eventually, like the top seeded team is supposed to make it to their home court game, I guess. But we'll see if they do.
It's kind of dope.
We'll see if Queens can disrupt a little bit in this conference tournament tonight. I feel good about them. I do. And you can grab them +4 on some books as well. So we'll see. Sawinski nuke off of Savali, I bet. Giovanni, any comments there on your Cy Young winner?
Hey, it's his first start where he's throwing the slider and the cutter a little more, experimenting. It's what it's for. So let him get his feet under him for a couple starts. But
well, looks good so far. Yep.
Take those. We give up a nuke once in a while. It's a Savali way. But he bounces back.
That's good. You get him out of the way early, right? Get him out of the way in that first start. That way people start asking questions nice and early about, are you going to be good this year?
Dope.
Right?
I was just about to say, I think Lawrence Murphy's shocked, but I think we just hosed the guy stealing third.
No way.
No way we're stealing third in this economy.
W updates. Thank you, Trent. It's not going to be easy, folks. All right. Stealing third base in spring training. What are we doing? All right. Testing out some new things. We got a Matt Olson bomb. Oh, my goodness.
Might need that video up, dudes, as soon as it drops.
Thank you, Cephas, for turning your brain on. Looks like they're playing at Eastern Kentucky. Okay, so I don't know why they're picking these sites, but they're picking them. Okay, they're all neutral, and they're not all at the same place. we will look into that and give that breakdown when we do our little CBB mid-major conference tournament pod tonight. All right, chat. I promise we'll give you the breakdown then. But let's not act like people actually give a shit about this conference. I know there's other ones to be mentioned, like the A10 that people love. Okay? Javon's favorite conference, the A10.
Despise the A10, dude. Actually despise it.
All right, can I take you to play number 3 on
Yeah,
today's
we
Sharp
can,
Report?
we can just talk the grouping of this game in side and total, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, I'm super down. Texas and Baylor under 145.5 is what I'm looking at, Javon. Look, this is one of the best games of the day today, and I just want to fade some points. I'll be completely honest with you here. If you look back at what these teams have been doing recently, they've been scoring with ease. All right. If you look at what Baylor's been doing, sure. I mean, they're coming off of a really nice win against Kansas. They put up an 82 Burke against them. The game before that, sort under. But overall, I mean, they put up, over 90 points in some of their games recently in the month of February. So Baylor's offense has really not been in question except against your TCU Horned Frogs in that one game, which is kind of funny. But other than that, there's been points galore. Texas as well. Like the last 2 games, it looks like they're getting back on track. The Longhorns are right after an absolute putrid start to the season. But don't look now, they're 19-10. Okay, they're won 3 of their last 4 games. They've covered their last 2 games in both those big wins at Texas Tech and versus Oklahoma State, and they put up more than 80 points in each of those games as well. If you look back at what they did when these guys played in January, okay, when Texas won, I think 75-73 in that game at Texas, the game barely went over. Javon, the total was at 146. It did go over, and both of these teams recently have seen more overs than unders, but they're putting that total again at 146 after it already went over in that first matchup. I feel like the over looks too easy. It feels too easy in this spot, Javon. And in matchup number 2 this year between these 2 squads, I want to fade the points, and I want to back the defenses when they're playing at Baylor this time around and fade the points with that total coming down about a half a point from that opener at 146.5. Fade the offenses. We've already seen an over between these 2 teams. I think we did under this time around between Texas and Baylor.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And I guess it kind of plays into me liking Texas, but I'll tell you why I like Texas. Because you'll like look at the Baylor box scores and you won't realize the reason why they've played really well. Like these last 2 games against Kansas and TCU, and then really that second half, Nat Snurfy's bang huge. Really that second half where they made the big comeback against Houston. You know why it was that they're playing so well right now? It's defense, and they're using this new little zone, and at least you can put Houston into a different category, but breaking out a zone against Kansas and TCU, what Kansas and TCU have in common?
They like to push the pace.
They can't shoot. So when you use a 1-3-1 zone against a team who can't shoot, you can't get hurt by it, or a team who really can't facilitate much other than getting straight to the rim. Because Kansas, on their bench, they have absolutely no shooters. Nick Timberlake sucks. Really, everybody else on the bench is god-awful except for, Furphy, and really their only offense outside of the main 2
they need
options.
Kevin McCullough back.
Oh, yeah, very badly, of course. But it's a tough spot. So, now Texas is one of the best teams that kind of break down a zone. That's why not many teams are able to successfully run it against them, but they have to try a lot because they get hot from deep pretty often. So this is going to be a problem, I think, for Baylor. And I think Texas is going to be one of those teams that's very patient in breaking it down. They're going to use their size a little bit too. Dylan Dessou is one of the better bigs that you can put in the middle of a zone to facilitate a little bit. So I think they're going to break that zone down with ease in the beginning. It's going to force Baylor to go, man on man for a majority of the rest of the game, which, again, I don't think is great across the board matchup-wise for them. So I think in this game you're going to see Texas start to break down the zone, which may take a little bit. It's going to start out slower. I think they match up well on the defensive end, and then they really lock in, and it's a pretty close game down the stretch. Comes down to, the final shot and free throws. Don't know which way it's going to swing. I wouldn't be surprised if Texas pulls out a shocking win here on the road after Baylor had their Super Bowl hosting Kansas every single year. They've had a couple of wins there in a row, which has been, their biggest performance of the year. First time I've had it in the new stadium. Screams a massive letdown spot with a really tough matchup here for Baylor.
So do you like my Misi fade? If they're going to be running that zone, if they've got Hunter moving around like a madman in the paint, do you like that? Do you think it's going to be the Baylor guards who are trying to shoot their way out of the zone and maybe less opportunities for Misi to be scoring in the paint?
Well, it's the opposite. Like Baylor's playing the zone. So it's Texas offensively going against the zone. So it really doesn't have
Hmm.
anything to do with Misi offensively. But I will say, I think Texas, when they're going to break down the zone, they're going to put Misi in a lot of uncomfortable positions, which I don't know if he's going to play his way off of the court necessarily. I don't think he's the biggest asset in this situation. And I think he's going to get into a little bit of foul trouble. So, I mean, that could only help. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
We got a 5U whale from DJ Hale 19 coming in hot. Let's go, DJ Hale.
That's
Sure we
hard.
can. Let's fucking go. 5-piece. 5 guys. Love to see that. So we got Alex F 80 coming in. Good day to win some bets. You're goddamn right, Alex F. We're gonna find
Always.
it. Okay.
Always.
Love to see it. Already shouted out Jake Engelbart, I believe. And we've got Greasy Salad 710 dropping a follow. Guys, if you're in here for the first time, drop a follow, stay a while, and subscribe to our YouTube. Okay, get us to 5K subs so I can do another 24-hour stream. Okay. Going back to the Misi talk. So yes, Texas going to be running that zone. Okay. You think that helps Misi? You think that hurts Misi down there in the paint? Me personally, I see Baylor trying to shoot more threes, getting out of that zone, right?
Well, no, I'm saying it's the opposite. Like Baylor runs the zone. Like their
Okay.
defense.
Texas is not running the zone. Baylor runs the zone right now.
You know, the thing that I was saying it helped Misi or could help with fading Misi is that I think he's going to get in a little bit of foul trouble and potentially not be the biggest defensive asset against that when the Texas playing like the high-low with Dylan Mitchell and Dylan DeSue.
Right.
That's going to put Misi in a lot of tough positions. So like that's
Okay.
what I think Texas is going to do is that I think Dylan Mitchell is going to have a pretty solid day, but can guarantee you they're going to queue up a lot of corner threes, which again, like TCU can't do that. Kansas can't do that. Texas loves to do that. So like, I wouldn't be shocked if you get the legacy random Brock Cunningham performance, which pisses everybody off because I despise that guy. And W Nerfy.
No way we got that Nerfy.
Let's go. And
holy smokes. Let's go. Come on, LC. Come on, LC. Get back on the saddle. Spoon feed some MLB. That's what I'm talking about, LC. Sure we can. All right, where are we at? We've got the Nats Nerfy smacked. People in chat said that if they were wrong, I'm going to be so pissed. We've got the Boston-Detroit Nerfy that smacked. You're telling me this is going to come down to Oakland, Cincinnati, Luis Medina, Andrew Abbott Nerfy?
Yeah, it just might.
That shit's dead.
Dude, get the vibes up, Trent. Okay, we've got another great week of Surge. We've got prize picks coins to give away. We've got good sell jobs to hear. Okay,
bro.
That shit could smack.
On the Friday surgical stream, 36 prize pick squares were given out, and 26 of them turned green.
No way.
Yeah,
it's pretty impressive.
People were dialed. Were there any W new faces who you're like, shit, we got to find that guy. We got to track him down?
New faces had a tough run at it.
Tough guy. Okay, so if they find their way back, that's on them.
2 and 7 for new faces.
All right. W analytics though. Love to see that. Okay. Chad, if you guys aren't hip, Trent is leveling up the Surge stream. He's giving away prize picks promo. If you're fucking giving hella good sell jobs, if you end up being the top surgeon of the month, we're giving away prize picks coins. Okay. So we've got Surge Stream 2.0 absolutely activated, elevated on another level. All right. I got to come on for at least 10 pitches for the month. Okay. So if you miss Friday, the first opportunity to come on for March, no stress. Okay. You got plenty of time to come on this week. Get those sell jobs ready. All right, chat. The energy was picked up immensely once Trent announced his challenge. So we got a Vlad Homer. Your feedback.
Uh-oh.
Holy smokes.
Who wants it more?
Getting activated?
I love Vladdy.
You see, can't be putting Vladdy back in the go well, can we?
I mean, Vladdy's definitely in consideration for my go well. I'll tell you that. But I like Vladdy's
cover of MLB The Show. That should be a good look.
Yeah, you know what? It will be all right. But did you see, speaking of the Jays, Gosman is potentially cooked.
What happened?
Shoulder soreness, which is never, I mean, it's not elbow soreness, so it's not that bad. But right before the season starts, getting shoulder soreness is not great.
Unbelievable. Their season might be over before it even starts, Javon.
Yeah, it's not looking good. On the plus side for them, you know who else is a little injured right now? Alek Manoah. So maybe they don't have to have themselves watch him in the rotation for very long, if any, to start the year.
I mean,
Gosman won't hurt.
They've got no Gosman. That takes away, I mean, that's a significant chunk in that team. That's bad.
It's not
They're
good.
gonna have to rely on your guy Manoah when he comes back. They're gonna need him.
Yeah, it's not good. And they're playing the whole game that, there's no structural damage. It's going to be all right. He's just going to, work through it. Yeah, we'll see.
The guy's
do
guy's
that with
almost
every
40 years old. He's got 1,000,000 miles on his arm, and that shit's probably hanging on the tendon by a fucking thread.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oy.
not great. Not great to have that this early.
No Duke tonight, my man. We're fading him. We're fading him. All right. Have y'all looked at the Duke over? I don't know if I hate or love that over. I kind of just like points from NC State overall in this game, but no thanks. What are you laughing at over there?
I just sent him some. I'll send it to you in a second. But
Okay.
We'll move.
All right. We'll move. So Valley Turkey 3-0. Oh God.
God damn it,
Okay.
dude.
Texas up to +7 on DK. Bad things are happening. Okay.
They've been kind of chilling at that, but I saw more 6.5s than 7s. So it is what it is. 2 flat for 10 strikeouts. Only pushed that once in his career. Dude, I'm telling you, Max Fried, a lot of his numbers are very high. It's just the question of, I don't know, can he stay healthy for that entire season? Which maybe you don't need for the 10 strikeout game, but numbers are definitely screaming it. Everybody wants Strider. New curveball is pretty cute, but it might just be Max Fried.
I'm a Max Fried guy. I think he's like that when he stays healthy. I think he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. So even as a Nats fan, I can't really fade or disrespect him. He's like that.
Yeah.
He's nice when he's healthy. All right. Already kind of went over the Wizards +6 earlier when you did your over talk in that game. Those kind of go hand in hand, in my opinion. Already went over the Misi angle there. One other thing I want to leave you guys with on that Misi fade down below on Prize Picks. Look, he's got to go against Dylan DeSue. And there's going to be other bigger physical guys as well on that Texas front court down there trying to battle with Misi. He's got his hands full in this contest, and he's had some easy-going opportunities in recent weeks, just absolutely dominating against, not great bigs who are really hanging down in the paint. A lot of these guys have been hanging around the perimeter, and Misi's just been grubbing down low on these alley-oops and these easy layups. Well, he's got to go against some pretty physical forwards in Dylan DeSue and co. tonight, and I like the under in that game, so we'll be fading Misi and going less than 12.5 points on Prize Picks in this spot. Okay?
I'm in on that.
Dubs. All right. Let's clean this up a little bit. I think you've got 2 more plays to go over, Javon. Let's take a look at your Prize Pick square, and let's take a look at your last square of the day. As soon as we see what it is.
Vladdy. Oh, my
Vladdy,
turkey.
absolute destruction. Taking one to left center field. Holy smokes.
Yeah, it's a nuke base.
Vladdy's got something to prove this year. Okay.
He does. Hello,
He does.
go well. Potentials.
We got back to Malik, resubbing for 16 months. Love to see that. W. Malik. Appreciate you, Beast. This ball was touched.
Yeah, it was moosed.
Man, that ball was destroyed. It's Vladdy's year, Malik is saying. He's on the same page with you. Okay.
Just might be.
Just might be. All right. MLB 24 cover athlete. He should play well this year. That usually goes well for guys. We'll be seeing.
It does. Same Madden grabs.
All right. My contrarian brain doesn't love that. We got Matthew Woodell subscribing with Prime. What's up, Matt? W resub. Appreciate that. CJ Abrams over stolen bases. Yes. Yes, Clam Mucker. Yes. Okay. He's going to have either 50 steals or 20 and get demoted. I'm leaning with the former. I'm praying it's the former. Okay. We need Abrams to bring that energy because we got Javon's most hated player in the MLB, Lane Thomas, hit behind him this season.
Dude, I don't hate Lane Thomas. I love Lane Thomas. I just don't see the continued power surge happening like we saw last year. I think he'll be good. I just don't think he's going to be hitting nukes and carrying that entire lineup again.
Javon told me off the field, stuff aside, he just hates looking at him and just hates the guy. Hates everything about him.
Maybe so.
No, see, he's a good dude. He just had a kid as well. So you're fading a guy with dad strength, by the way. Good luck with that. All right.
Fair.
Good luck with that, brother. Although that home run's sore last time. Even I can admit that.
I mean, that screams Joey Meneses square.
Still God, man. Why are you coming in here saying it's Duke year or Duke day? I hate to hear that, bro. And yes, Miguelito, Javon touched on that. The unders went undefeated last night. Hopefully we get some points. Cough, cough. The over in Utah and the Wizards with that crazy high opening total at 245. I mean, we should be taking that over just by that opening line at 245.5. Give me a break. You see
Yeah.
that between two moose shit teams, you take the over, there's a better chance that shit hits. Okay. And then you got some matchup stuff going on there with the Jazz. Their bigs hurt, right? I mean, come on, give me a break. The Wizards have a chance.
It's exactly what they
Let's
need.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go. And as long as Johnny Davis isn't out there, it might be okay. Although he's been playing a lot of minutes off the bench. I mean,
Yeah,
have you seen
he
that guy
has.
play basketball?
He's so bad, dude.
Bro, he literally
so
misses
bad.
layups. He misses
it's actually
wide
painful.
open layups. He has the yips. It's all mental, Javon. I feel so bad
Yeah.
for the kids. You know, you go from being a first-round draft pick to being useless. I can't even imagine what's going through his head, and he keeps getting worse. The guy literally has the yips.
Yeah,
We got a Dogod 5U whale coming in hot. Let's go, Dogod.
hard.
Sure we can. Sure we can. Oh, no, Goose. Cedric Mullins leading the game. Hopefully he's not hurt.
I saw
Some research.
it was a pinch hitter, so it doesn't tell me if he got injured. But Enrique Blakefield pinch hit for him.
Gee.
Well, maybe he just got pulled.
Yeah,
Okay. Dogod, man. W subs, L play. Why is it Duke today, Dogod? Please tell me I'm not taking the biggest rat meat bait line of the day. Dogod. Come on. And we're not going to talk about Soto hitting absolute piss rockets left and right, hitting 3 nukes in his first 4 games. We're not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the Seattle Kraken and why they're going to win tonight, Javon, on the ice. Why do you like Seattle again?
Well, first of all, this is probably one of the weirdest lines I've seen in a couple days as far as everything on the ice goes. The Flames have been
Right.
playing fantastic. They're on a 5-game winning streak. They've been ridiculous. I mean, Markstrom, even prior to the winning streak, was been absolutely ridiculous. And the thing here is the Kraken, I don't know how they're plus 110 on the road. Usually when they get the respect, they're like the Sabres. They're always fake sharp at home because they always have short lines. Now they're going on the road, and the Flames are only minus 130 here. It feels weird, but it also kind of goes with the fact that I've been looking forward to the Flames' next game for probably 2 weeks, which kind of related, kind of not. But the Lightning, that's where they're going. They're going into Tampa, a team who, A, is absolutely garbage right now. And I've been trying to say that for literally 2 months now. The Lightning suck. Everybody's starting to figure it out and see it, but they really suck against teams that play them slow, play super defensive. I think it's going to be a Markstrom masterclass in that game. That's their next game up. And now they play a Kraken team that matches up much better with them now while they're on a 5-game winning streak and they're playing flawless hockey and coming off of one of the most improbable comebacks of all time in their last game. And they're only minus 130 at home against the Kraken, who have been just a weird hockey team as always. Sometimes they come out and they look fired up. Other times their offense doesn't even look like they're trying. So now they're going on the road to Calgary, which is a weird place to play, and the Flames are getting no respect in the line. I think it's for a reason. And again, it's not like the Kraken are at home where they're always fake sharp, where you kind of expect a lot of respect for them in the market. They're on the road now where they haven't been nearly as good and you don't see nearly as much line respect. So I think the Flames fall before Markstrom gets a shutout against the Lightning on Thursday.
All right. What could go wrong, Chad? Backing the Kraken on the road tonight at Plus Chicken against the Calgary Flames.
Yeah.
All right, man. I thought we had this team banned, but I guess that means we bet them every night when they play every game.
Maybe so. But
See how it goes. This is a pivotal moment for the Seattle Kraken tonight.
This is actually like a really big game for playoff standings, which I didn't mention that for the Kraken, but like this is, I didn't come in today expecting to bet the Kraken or wanting to bet the Kraken, but that line is absolutely ridiculous. And when there's these weird lines that are screaming for a lot of road teams, those have been the ones that have been cashing, along with like the shorter dogs, like the Caps at home. And I guess you can throw the Kraken in like this coin flip short dog category, which has been cashing lately too. So I don't want to do it, but looking at that line, I have absolutely no choice.
Captain Slim is in.
He's
He's a
in.
WSL job. I agree with
We're
Captain
here.
Slim. That is a WSL
I think
job.
I can get you involved with my prize pick square. That might be a little easier of a sell.
Talk about it. What do you like about James Harden tonight?
Did you happen to see what he did yesterday?
Looks like you put up a 4-point Geyserman against Minnesota's.
Yeah, 4 points in a game. I mean, it was 89-88. It was just a classic defensive struggle that we don't really see in the NBA anymore. But now he's back up. And first of all, like the thing that caught my eye at first place was he's up for a 2.5-3 square, which he was 0 for 6 from 3. I don't know if he made a shot from the field, yesterday period up against like a much tougher. He was 0 for 10 from the field and 0 for 6 from 3. And now he's up for 2.5-3 sure. But I didn't necessarily want to pigeonhole myself because I do know that Harden, you talk about the matchups on the floor, like everybody knows guards versus the Bucks at this point, and it's a pretty easily exploitable matchup. But you also have like PG and Kawhi who are going to see some of the toughest matchups in the NBA, which you're going to have Giannis on them. You're going to have Brook Lopez, kind of dragging guys out. It's like the clear centerpiece of the matchup for the Clippers is James Harden. And when he's at his best, he's getting himself to the free throw line. He's getting to the rim. And with Giannis out and Kawhi and PG, hopefully that's a little easier. So I didn't want to pigeonhole myself into the threes, even though I do think that's a great play and it's going to hit because Harden's going to get to the free throw line too. But I can't pass up this bounce back at 16.5 points after, one of the worst performances I think we've seen from Harden in LA since he's been there. So now on a back-to-back against a much better matchup, I think he bounces back and has a masterclass.
Pair that with DeRozan. That's a
I sent Trent that a little 2-piece. There's a couple squares, which we can go through them all. But yeah, DeRozan sold Trent's entry because
I saw that.
Wasn't even looking to shoot. So, I like him for matchup reasons today, and I paired him with Harden. That was the first entry I put in today.
DeRozan sells Trent's, was it a 4-piece? It was a 4-piece nuke, I think.
I think it was a 4-piece, yeah.
I think it was a 4-piece nuke. Yeah, sells that when the other 3 turned green as a gob.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will cash and turn green today. We got to capitalize on that, Javon. Okay. You're pairing that with James Harden after going 0 for 10 from the fields in his last contest, I bet.
Yeah, it kind of has to be done.
Huh. Was it DeMar PRA that Trent took? Or was it points?
It was PRA. And this also, pretty sure this opened at 31.5 last night too when I sent him the square.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
We can't check anymore, which sucks, dudes.
Well, I have a screenshot, so I can indeed verify that it did open at 31.
Manual. Old school.
Manual checking. So yeah, he's gonna have the greatest game of his career today, and Trent's gonna be at best.
I could so see that, man. Oh my goodness. Are we worried about the Clippers and Bucks total moving down for that James Harden square?
No. The Clippers just played a game that was 88-89 yesterday. So, I wouldn't expect it to move up.
Is it the lowest scoring game of the season?
Probably, yeah. I don't know if somebody got mucked, or maybe the Hornets Warriors game the other day. I don't remember the score, but it was probably close.
So we're taking Harden after going 0 for 10 from the fields.
Yeah.
Taking DeMar after costing Trent $20,000. What else are we taking?
We have to take something in the Wizards game. And I think we can take something on both sides, which the one thing that I do not want to take in somebody who's probably going to end up in getting 3 fouls in 5 minutes is John Collins today, because he is, I don't know if I've seen a square or play more popular than John Collins rebounds. And it makes sense. Yep. It's like, who the hell else is going to rebound against the Wizards, except for I kind of like Taylor Hendricks a little more. That would be the guy that I would go to. So like on either side, I think it's a Denny masterclass and a Taylor Hendricks masterclass, both PRA, and I would have no problem taking either of those.
All right, let's get in the lab. All right. I've got Harden points in there. I've got DeRozan PRA in there. Let's go look at some Wizards. Let's do some Wizards hunting. We've got the over in this game, right?
Okay. I was going to say SGA is green tonight, by the way.
All right, let's go look at that real quick.
Just might be.
Against the Lakers? Yeah, what's up with that line? What are we thinking about that line? OKC opens up -1. Line flips, Lakers -1 after we saw the Thunder absolutely emasculate the Suns last night. What are we thinking?
It is a back-to-back, but the Thunder always show up to play against the Lakers. They just kind of have their number. It is a weird line for sure.
What do you think is weird about it?
What?
What do you think is weird about it? Like, do you think you think it's weird seeing the Lakers as a favorite against the surging Thunder?
Well, considering Kevin Durant was on the floor and he was +5.5, I think it's weird that the Lakers are +1 in this situation.
Especially the day after the Thunder take the 1 seed.
Yeah. But I still think that OKC handles them tonight. I think it could be fucking AD rebounds type of night.
I mean, I don't know how it's not after last night. Did you see that, Krabs? What Nurkic did last night?
Yeah, he had. I mean, I was watching
30?
that game. I had a sneak bet on the Suns.
Yeah, he had 30, I think.
I was watching. Yep.
31, I think.
He had like
30.
20 at halftime, bro.
That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Like, what are we doing? Because he was just letting Giddey shoot for a majority of the game, and it was not working until like the third quarter when he actually started hitting a couple.
31 rebounds? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
The most since 2010 in a game.
That's hilarious.
Somehow AD's not going to grab 10. That's too easy. Fat Girls is saying. I'm kind of on his wavelength, but
I mean, I do got to say too, like AD's not going to be on Josh Giddey, which is the main thing. Like,
isn't AD going to be on Chet?
I would assume he's going to be on Chet. So the real question is who's going to be guarding Josh Giddey, because whoever that is just going to float near the rim.
Trent, any guesses?
Let
Pull up these lineups.
me go look at what boards we got here. Could be
Is
LeBron.
Giddey really the 2 on that team, bro? What?
Could be LeBron boards.
Could be.
Ooh, I feel like this could be more of a Krabs angle here.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh. That was, I think, Super Corp against the Nuggets too. At that same-ish line. Need a new shit.
That shit stank, don't it? Huh. LeBron? I mean, is LeBron going to be guarding him? I'm looking right now at these projected lineups. There's no way Josh Giddey runs the 2 on this team, right? Isn't Lou Dort the 2 and he's more like the 3? A little bigger?
No, Lou Dort's like the wing.
Okay. So does that mean Austin Reeves is going to be covering Josh Giddey? Because he plays the 2 on the Lakers. And if that's the case, I don't know if I want to be backing Austin Reeves to do anything besides score points. You guys tell me. But I'm seeing Giddey and Austin Reeves matched up right now. Obviously, LeBron and AD both questionable, like they are every single game this season.
Every game.
AD likely to play. LeBron questionable. Jalen Williams will be out, it looks like.
Not the good one.
Not the good
Not
one.
the good one.
Yeah.
Correct. The Arkansas Geyserman. Yep.
J Will, not J Dub.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that game gives me the EBGBs, but I like that angle. Someone's getting rebounds against OKC, right? Who's it going to be? Is it LeBron? Is it Reeves? As sketchy as that sounds.
These are 2 just horrendous rebounding teams.
SGA is getting 34 again.
Shit.
We like points in that game. That total's pretty fucking high for a Lakers game, huh? Opener, 240.
They don't play defense. It's not too surprising. You don't really know. I don't know what I want to do rebounding wise in that game. But if we're talking just
let's go to what we do now. We might have to pay
what I do want to know in that game, which I don't think there's a regular square up for it unless we're just talking points. But I mean, we always love to take threes against the Lakers. I don't see how it's not Lou Dort.
He was banging them last night like it was his fucking job.
Yeah, I mean, he had 3. That's a little demon piece that I would not mind playing.
That should have been Steam Crabs today, man. I put real life coins, $300. Not even a typical unit. I even upped it because I was so pissed at how shitty the weekend went. on the fucking Suns and Bradley Beal yesterday, thinking, oh, I'm going to fade that boost that we saw on Twitter. I'm going to get cute here and grab the points. Next thing I know, I mean, they're getting absolutely manhandled by your Thunder, Trent. They dominated. I don't even care if it was a 10-point game. It should have been a 30-point game. They dominated them.
Yeah, they're a wag, bro. They're for real.
I mean, they played defense too. They pulled off. I saw at one point 4 straight turnovers in that game. It was like my eyeballs were bleeding watching the fucking Suns try to keep the ball safe. Your Thunder have something going.
I mean, the Suns
They
were giving it to them for a bit. SGA just closed the game out.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end, they did make it weird, for sure.
They were down. They were up 20 and we're down 10, and it was pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Katie in the Dorser chamber, man. That was like
Dude, the turnovers, bro.
Crazy turnovers every possession.
It was it was literally back to back to back to back. 4 pieces. Scoop ball 6Ks through 3. Yeah, that might be just a square angle we have to still back this year because everyone's backing him, but he's like that. He's hitting 99 on the radar gun, Javon.
So gross, dude. So gross.
I mean, I know everyone on earth is loving the freaking Tigers this year, but I don't blame them.
I've told you, I'm 100% squaring up with Tigers this year. Tigers everything.
I know. Someone's got to do it in that division.
The one that I do not want to square up with, I anytime you ask anybody who the Cy Young's sleeper pick is, it's George fucking Kirby. So I will not be touching George Kirby anything today, or not today.
Why? Because he throws a lot of strikes.
I mean, because he plays on the Mariners. He's
a robot.
Had a good end of last season. Everybody thinks every Mariners pitcher is just going to be fantastic every single season.
I've never seen a Mariners pitcher interview. I've never seen them speak. Are they humans? Or are they just robots out there that they're building? We don't even know if they're real people. I've never seen an interview. I've never seen them talk. I've never seen George Kirby do anything besides groove fastballs down the deck.
Yeah, it works for him.
I've never seen it.
I don't know.
I'd like to know if these guys have personalities or not. Any Mariners fans in chats? Are these guys homies or are they bots? Let me know. Also,
we now have a baseball, by the way.
Yeah. No,
all right, here we go.
2 seam, kind of like right in the middle. A lot of pressure, kind of right here. No manipulating, kind of just throw it, let it do the work. Curveball, I'm here, and then I'm also working on this way too. I think this
doesn't matter. Get better. I love that shirt.
Out of the hand right now.
Fire.
So I'm working through those.
He seems like a pretty normal dude. Okay. W. Goods, good work there. Maybe George Kirby would be a cool guy. Doesn't mean I'm going to take him to win the fucking Cy Young this year. Give me a break. Grow up. He could be a pretty solid young arm. All right. Doesn't matter. Get better. That's motivation right there, Mushington. That's motivation. Gosh, I don't want anything to do with
He took that from Lamar Jackson, so he can shut up.
Did he actually? Oh,
yeah,
God.
for sure.
Goods tonsils, man. Unreal.
Goods is best. You're going to be hearing from Goods lawyers, George Kirby. He's coming after you. Okay, watch out. All right. Man. Happy birthday, Krabs. Happy birthday, Javon. Fat girls, I hate that joke. I'm just going to say it, man. Can we be better? Can we come up with some other ones in the new month of March? We got to be better. Okay. All right. Wizards and who are they playing again, Javon? Wizards versus the Jazz. There's got to be squares from both sides in that game. There are a million points to be had. We've got James Harden, DeMar DeRozan right now. Can we find one of each on both teams?
I mean, of course we can.
You were talking about Denny.
Yes.
What do we like about Denny other than him being the best player on the floor for the Wizards besides Jordan Poole, I guess?
I will say I sneak nuked an entry on Saturday, I think, and Denny got hooked.
Gross.
So he's fucking coming. Look at see, you can see that red bar right there.
Yeah, gross. Dude.
24.5. I fucking
He was 24.5 earlier too, and now he's at 25. So W bump, but yeah, I mean Denny, he perfectly, I think, fills the void of what the Jazz are missing because they're missing that big wing defender that can give anybody trouble, and Lauri Markkanen that he'd probably switch on to at some point. So I mean, there's going to be a lot of catch and shoot opportunities for Denny, and then rebounding too. He's been Rodman lately. I mean, especially in
Well,
that
he's a
game.
5-tool player. He does it all.
Yeah, I mean, he's been locked in on all fronts. So if we're talking about like the rebounding void that everybody wants to fill with John Collins, like I think you fill it with Denny and you fill it with Taylor Hendricks on the other side.
So Denny is a really, jack of all trades. He's impressive. He can do everything. He can handle the ball. He can get to the rack. He can finish. He can change hands. He can change shots, trajectories. He can dish it out the last seconds. He can pass. He can rebound. He can get his own miss and put it back. The guy's a stud. He really is. He's really blossoming right in front of us. It's been fun to watch. I'm all in on Denny. I think if we take anything for him, we take his PRA because the guy literally does everything, right? If we think there's going to be a ton of points in this game with that high opener, right, he's going to be driving to the rack, either finishing, getting fouled. He makes his free throws relatively, dishing it off for threes, opening the corner, right? The guy's a great passer. I think he should be our point guard. I really do. Get Tyus out of here. He's not the PG of the future. Okay, the guy's like 40 years old. Let's give Denny a shot at the points. He might be our best passer on the team. He's great. I think we take his PRA. That way, if he goes off and gets another 10 dimes like he has in recent games, we're safe there a little bit. But the guy's going to be everywhere on the court, doing everything. I'm in.
Yeah, 100%. I'm in.
Okay. Any public squares on the Wizards today? Like, are people still taking Tyus Jones? Are people still taking Jordan Poole?
I've seen Tyus Jones assist 1,500 times today, which, I mean,
let's stay off of that. Yep.
I don't really disagree with it, but yeah.
I mean, it hits every fucking game, although he did miss the last one. He did. 5.
Yeah, I mean, he's been so locked in.
But the guy's been dropping 11 assists a game.
Go look at Tyus Jones' assists. They have his normal line at 10.5, but a demon also at 10.5.
They just didn't fix it because it was
they did
9.5. His normal line was 9.5.
Yeah,
it'll get fixed eventually.
Huh.
Why wouldn't you just take the under on his regular assists in an entry and then take?
I'll be honest though, they both give you 100 to win 1,000 payouts. If I put a 4-piece in with the OG assists and the demon assists, it does the same payout.
Oh, GG.
It's just an error on the screen. But good eye though.
Yeah,
we love that though.
Can respect that.
It's just an error. It's the same payout though. Okay. Man, it's always good finding mistakes though. I love the effort there.
Yeah.
That's weird though. What was he originally at 9.5? Got bumped up to 10.5, Javon?
Yeah.
So he might be getting another fucking 15 assists tonight. Jesus. Although there's going to be plenty of points to be had. And no Jordan Poole up yet, right? Because he's been low-key kind of back.
Dude. Yeah, I mean, he kind of has. You know what? I am absolutely praying just does not happen in this game.
What?
I don't know if my eyes can stomach a game where we have, basically Jordan Poole just trying to win them the game and going off on both sides. And thank God we don't have Jordan Poole 2.0 on the other side, I don't think, because I don't know if there's Clarkson still. I think he's still gone. But Jordan Poole, if he tries to take over this game, I am going to be in rat shit because I cannot handle that.
Looks like Bilal Coulibaly back in the lineup as well. Interesting.
Yeah.
I still think it's Denny, at least with the squares that are up right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Denny. It's definitely my favorite look in the game.
Mm-hmm. What about Jazz?
I mean, I like probably the guy that Denny's going to be seeing a good part of, like Taylor Hendricks, which he is probably a name that most people do not know because he's been like a bigger and bigger part of the rotation now because he's kind of had to be, but he's definitely the less corp option if we're talking about like rebounding instead of John Collins. And he's also the guy that's really going to push, into the paint against the Wizards, where that's still where they struggle. Because, I mean, there's issues in the paint for the Jazz, but there's not for the Wizards. So you're going to see the same level of defense out of them. I think he's probably the guy. I would go PRA with him too. His numbers have been on the rise on multiple.
I mean, look, man, as a Wizards fan, as a guy who throws that up on, one of the secondary TVs every night just for the vibes and to root the squad on, but they stink and they don't deserve the main TV. I get to watch this Misha team almost every night, I feel like, and they cannot guard a parked car, especially with anybody inside the paint. If you get in the paint, whether it's driving, whether it's just a simple pass into the paint, they got nothing. Okay, and sure, Marvin Bagley has been, a little bit of a bright spot offensively, I guess, for this team. But since we've lost our big guy, and traded him to the Mavs, they have 0 actual guys who can play defense legitimately against a big in the NBA. It's barbecue chicken alerts. It's
Yes.
literally free baskets. They don't have the guys. Marvin Bagley cannot cover anyone. He might be the worst defending big I've ever seen in my life. He can score a little bit. Sure, we need that.
No way he's probable now, dude. Jordan Clarkson
Who?
probable now.
Mm-hmm.
We're literally getting Jordan Poole versus Jordan Poole tonight in that game.
We just might.
Dude,
We just might.
you had me in the first half, and then I just lost it.
Yeah, see?
How's that not hitting, dude? You're telling me those goats down below are not going to be ripping against each other?
God damn it, dude.
Do you have a play in that game? Sorry to shift gears.
You're good.
And Leafs Bruins? No, absolutely not. No parts of that game. Do you have any plays in the ice, Trent? Just really screaming at you?
No, I mean, you got 3 of the goats up for a goal. I don't know which one is scoring.
They have McKinnon out for a goal?
Yeah, and they don't have his points,
Shit.
which is what I wanted to take.
Yeah, goal against the Blackhawks.
Yeah, Chelly already made me lock that. Chat, you have no idea how fucking cracked out I am at Guitar Hero, man. I'm so hyped to play tonight.
What the fuck?
That picture gives me AIDS, but
Dude, what is that?
I don't know. Why does LC have an absolute fucking set? That's so dude.
Come on, bro. That's crazy.
Check, please.
That is yo.
Bro, all 3 of those
insane.
pictures are a fucking vibe. That's hysterical. Are you shredding
Wild.
tonight, Trent? Are you hopping back on the
Yeah, we're playing. We're starting early. We're doing we're playing Guitar Hero, starting at like 5, and then we got some games on tonight. We'll be sweating out too.
Sure. 2-piece.
What?
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. All right, let's get this shit off the fucking screen. Man.
Yeah, dude, please.
For the
bro.
love of God. Get it out of here. But W's. Little early sweats, ripping some Guitar Heroes into some OG sweats. Love to see that. Chat, take notice. All right. Lock in tonight. We better see you over on YouTube or on Twitch for some sweats tonight. Okay. Trent, any Wizards or Jazz bets, straight bets in that game? Any vibes? Are the Wizards pulling off an upset? Are the Jazz winning without their guys? You want nothing to do with that game? What are we thinking?
Yeah, no Markkanen. I'm probably out.
You're probably out. All right. I'm thinking Javon's thinking points. I'm thinking the Wizards might steal one here. They might win it on the MLs. I feel like Javon, they either win this game outright or they lose by 30. And maybe the spread is not even worth the time. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, if you could keep it pretty close, no matter which way it shakes out. I think it'll hang around the number for a while, and maybe they'll make a big push at the end and maybe win the
They've
game.
looked better recently, man. I mean, maybe
They
I'm being
have.
biased. Tell me to shut up if
No,
I'm
they have.
wrong, but they've looked better.
No, they've looked
They
so
have.
much better. They look like you can actually like stomach watching them play basketball a little bit now. The defense is still pretty horrendous, but they've also been in like games like against the Clippers. That's like a ridiculously tough spot for them to be in. It's like I kind of discount that, but now they're playing a shorthanded Jazz team who already has a defense that's not that much better than the Wizards, and now it gets even worse. Could be awesome. Could be huge.
Either way, there's going to be plenty of points in that game, and squares should be locked in from that Wizards and Jazz game because there's going to be 270 points in that contest. That 245 opener, I saw that this morning. I was like literally wiping my eyeballs. Like, is that the right number? Am I seeing straight?
I mean, it
Is
makes
that correct?
it would make a little sense
I
pre-injury.
know it makes sense because they don't play a lick, but come on, man. It's the Wizards and the Jazz without the Jazz best player. You still need good players out there to fucking put the ball in the hoop. I know they don't play any defense whatsoever, and that's why the total's so high. But, I mean, a total that high, you got to at least be expecting Jordan Poole to be, showing up today and dropping 12 to 15 at least. There's a lot of big ifs.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, they had first time in DC this year. It was 247 total, and it soared
Yeah.
under. and that was with 30 points from Lauri Markkinen, who's not playing today. So who knows what we're going to get.
Markkinen's fucking bad, dude.
Dude, how are you
He's out tonight.
Markkinen haters?
Dude, Markkinen, I was watching the fucking entire Jazz game on Saturday. And
That
broke
doesn't count.
by a fucking basket.
That doesn't count, dude. He's playing the Heat. It's the reason why every main option looks like that against the Heat. It's just because Spoelstra is a genius and the defensive system always works.
And a Han buying points on the under, I fucking bet.
Yeah, but you're hating on the man, but he dropped 25. like, what do you want to do?
Impressive. We got Nicholas Elliott coming in, resubbing. I want Trent to lock in my two-piece goalie saves Johnson tonight for this great anniversary, Nicholas is saying. Any
Nick
idea what that
Elliott.
means?
Nick Elliott's always spoon feeding me goalie save, Johns.
All right, he's resubbing for 17 months. He wants you locked in. All right.
Mom playing.
We got LeBron. Not LeBron, but LeBron. That could be his burner. Coming in with a resub as well for 6 months. Harden might drop 30. He's saying, okay, he's in on the Harden square.
I would love that. Would love nothing
All
more.
right. It's about that time, fellas. You mind if we see that damn train run through? We got a squad rider craft up. All right, ladies and gents.
18.
Okay, I believe we ended with a squad ride W on Friday, Javon. Jog my memory. It was the Pelicans.
Pels, yeah.
Play. Great look.
It was there.
Build that momentum. All right. We got must-locked plays from your end on the Sharp Report today. What are we looking at? That over?
Yeah, I mean, that over. Certainly have no problems put that in.
Wizards Jazz over.
Yeah.
How are you feeling confidence level with that puppy compared to the rest of this place?
I'd say it's a good step above a couple of them. I mean, like the Blues and Kraken, I'm probably getting one of the two. It's kind of the approach I think with them. And then Texas, I still feel pretty good. But I think you're on the right track with that under too. So definitely focus for me is on the over.
Okay. Let's go Jazz. Whiz Kids. Over. Is it still 240 and a half?
241, seeing.
Oosh.
Still on the rise. I mean, three
Good.
points from where it initially bottomed out as is pretty telling in my eyes.
It's good. All right. NC State and Queens. I'm really liking. What are your thoughts on those two plays?
I don't know if I'll get there with NC State, but I'd be down to ride Queens tonsils if that ends up winning.
Okay. I have a feeling that Filipowski and co. might be I might get court stormed on again tonight.
I mean, he might be in grave danger if that happens.
Mm.
So we'll see. I did see a comment that there's a Baylor Duke boost floating around somewhere. Can't confirm that, but I'd love anybody
That should
to send that through if it is.
All right, cut the shit, Javon. How are we going to explain to people if we put the Kraken in here and it wins and it loses? Do we run away? Do we hide? What do we do?
Maybe.
What do we do? Because that's the best looking hockey play you've got. All respect to the Blues, but it's not as nasty as the Kraken.
No, yeah, it's definitely not as nasty as the Kraken. That line is.
I think we put it in there. We tell people who are chirping to Ligma and kick rocks, and we're putting up 5 winners. That's all we can do. Whether it's some play that's been danced in recent history, whether it's a play we said and promised we never take again, don't give a shit as long as it hits. But it has to hit. Is it hitting? Is it hitting?
It's hitting. They're winning this game.
Jesus Christ! All right.
And when they win this game, I'm going to have so many units on the Flames in the next game. So I'm praying they come through.
All right. Well, right now we've got Jazz Wizards over. Okay. We've got Queens plus 3.5, Seattle ML. NC State to cover and Baylor to win by 8+ is on a book boosted. That's crazy.
Yeah, I should pay.
That's crazy. Do we just want to roll with this 3-piece on this Moose slate and keep it quality over quantity? Do you have other plays you're loving that you wouldn't mind throwing in here? Where's your head at?
What is it that we have right now?
Right now, we've got Jazz Wizards over. We've got Queens plus 3.5. We've got Seattle ML on the ice.
Okay. I wouldn't hate a Baylor angle in there. Like I like your under. I wouldn't mind that.
I don't understand him.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to press
Give
my luck.
me a play from yours then. If we're putting my Texas Baylor under in there, give me a play from yours.
What else did I have in mind? I mean, we're not doubling up in the Texas game. I mean, the only one left is the Blues, which I like, but not as much as the others. We could just leave it on that.
You want to do a 4-piece?
Yeah.
All right, we're already a couple minutes over anyways. All right. 4 plays, 4 winners today in the Squad Ride Vote chat. Stick with us. Okay, we're coming off a nice little W to end the week last week with the Pelicans -5. Let's stay hot and let's cash a Squad Ride on this beautiful Monday afternoon/night. Okay, 4 plays, 4 winners. Go, 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 go. Hurry up. Get your votes in if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitter, come over to the Twitch, Book It Sports, and get your vote in. All right, I want to see 100 votes for the winners. We got 750 people in here right now. 0 excuses for the winner to not get 100 votes with only 4 options available. Okay, Jazz and Wizards over 241. We've got Queens +3.5. Seattle ML on the ice. And we've got Texas and Baylor under 145.5. Go, 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 go. 4 plays, 4 winners. Lock those puppies in. All right, you got about 10 seconds, chat. Hurry up. 10 piece. It's not even close right now, Javon.
Yeah.
People want an NBA splooge fest, and I'm not surprised.
I'm with it.
I am surprised the Kraken got the second most votes. I'm impressed. Okay, people don't give a hoot about banning them or not. They're seeing green. I love to see that. Okay, Javon, we've got the over in the Wizards and Jazz game tonight. What could go wrong? Back in Jordan Poole and the boys to put up some points. All right, guys, stick around for the Surge stream. If you want to win some Prize Picks promo, you better give one hell of a sell job to Trent on this revamped Surge stream. Okay, W new faces are welcome. Stick around as Trent gives you some winners and listens to some pitches on today's slate. Okay, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll be seeing. Peace out.